Hey guys, how you doing? It's Friday afternoon. I wanted to give you an update. I was going to give you a loft tour. We're not quite there yet. We're close. I am going to go ahead and open up intake on Monday. For those that want to ship, I would encourage you to do so. Our weather today, it's 90 degrees. It's going to be 92 or 3 tomorrow, I think. Sunday, it starts cooling off, and Monday, we're down into the 60s. And then we're cool for a few days. It would be a great week to ship. I don't know what the rest of the intake period is going to look like weather-wise, but it would be low stress on the birds. Temperature-wise, to ship next week, I would encourage you to do it. Quarantine is going to be here in my garage. I have 32 individual cages here. We're ready to receive birds. They're going to be here in quarantine for at least 5 days, and then I'm going to get them moved over into the loft in individual sections. I'm going to trap train them in sections, and then once they're trap trained and they're grouped up, I'm going to start combining groups. That's kind of the way that I'm going to proceed. While they're here in quarantine, they're going to get a PMV rota vaccine. They're going to get 9th and 10th clipped. If they're older birds, I'm going to probably clip them back a little further than normal. We'll treat them for parasites and just make sure that health is good before we get them moved over into the loft. I did make some adjustments to the rules. I think we're finalized now. We're going to roll forward with these. If anyone has questions about them, they can ask me. The format of the race isn't changed at all. We're going to have a champion bird paid out 5 places, champion breeder paid out 5 places, champion club is going to be played out 3 places. I did hear some feedback from guys that aren't members of a club. We're going to have our charity teams. We've got 4 charities, Donors Choose, that basically puts money in classrooms and teachers' hands for programs that they're doing all over the country. World Central Kitchen puts meals and food in people's hands in crisis. It could be a humanitarian crisis. It could be something that's weather-related, floods, that kind of thing. They provide meals to people that need them. Tunnels to Towers is our 3rd charity, and it started after 9/11, and it basically helps with families of first responders who lost their lives while in service. And Folds of Honor is the final one. And it's kind of the same thing for veterans and veterans' families, those that lost their life or became disabled while in the service of our country. 4 great charities. On the intake form, you either mark your club and write in your club name, or you select one of those 4 charities. And each breeder that selects that charity will be competing against the other clubs and against the other charities, kind of as a group. I think this could be a lot of fun and a way to kind of give back a little bit. So we have $335. 35 of it's the taco money, and that's going to get paid out to the first bird in the clock in each of the 5 races. So you got $35 there. $150 is going to go towards expenses, and $150 is going to go towards prizes. Out of the prize money, 40% is going to champion bird, 40% is going to go to champion breeder, and then 20% is going to go to a club or to a charity. The reason I'm throwing it out there to the clubs and want to get clubs compete, a couple different things. The idea of horses for courses, some people think it's hogwash, some people think it's a real thing. This would be a way to kind of test it. Local clubs should have an advantage that fly the same course. We're going to fly through the high Nevada desert, up over the Sierras, and back down. You would think if the horses for courses thing is legit, that those clubs should do better than other clubs. And as far as paying money out to the clubs, a lot of clubs around the country are declining in membership. With declining membership is declining dues, and they could use money. Trailer upgrade, clubhouse maintenance, any number of things. And that's why I think it would be cool to get some money into clubs. Talking about auction proceeds, the top 10% of the birds are going to get auctioned off, and that's the top 10 that come back in the final race. The 25 champion bird and 25 high points birds are going to get auctioned. Auction proceeds are going to get split 50% to the breeder, 10% to the club or the charity, and then 40% to me to help cover expenses. You can get an additional 15%. So the breeder can get up to 65% by doing one of the following 4 things. The first is if you have 3 or more people from your club participate in the race series, you each get an additional 5% of the proceeds of the auction. If you refer someone to the race and they write your name down as being referred by on the entry form, you can get an additional 5%. If you make a social media post either a picture of a video of the birds you're sending and tag California Pigeon Derby, you can get an additional 5%. Or you send pedigrees with your pigeons, you can get additional 5%. Up to an additional 15% in the auction. I hope that makes sense by doing one of those 4 things. I think it'll help grow this thing a little bit. I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. I know a little bit different format than traditional. I'm going to cap this at 250 breeders this year. I'm going to base that 250 on when you signed up on Win Companion. If you need help signing up on Win Companion, let me know. I just need your name. I need your loft name. I need your state. Give me an email address, and I can get you added on Win Companion, and you can see on there by date when people signed up. And once I get 250, everybody else will kind of be on a wait list, unless you've paid a deposit. Some guys have paid in a $50 deposit. I know you're excited to see the loft. You're going to have to wait another week. I've had a lot of phone calls, and it's kind of cool. People asking questions, people saying they're going to send birds. One of them was from Wayne Yamashita in Idaho. I don't know Wayne at all. I just met him there on the phone. My little brother lives in Idaho. He reached out to Wayne because he knew Wayne had pigeons. I don't know how they made that connection, but he wanted to buy 3 pigeons from Wayne and send them to the race. I got a really supportive family. My brother wants to participate. Wayne called concerned that might not look right having a family member compete in this race. For the amount of money that's at stake, I'm going to go ahead and let my brother participate. I think it's cool that he wants to do it, and he took the initiative to find somebody that has racing pigeons in Idaho. And I think Wayne's going to send 3 pigeons, and he's going to send 3 pigeons that my brother's buying from him. I hope you don't have a problem with that, but I just want to throw it out there. If you look on Win Companion, you'll see Harper Family Loft on there, I think twice. Brady is sending 3 birds, and his wife Tanya is sending 3 birds. If you're partnered with somebody, either a family member or you just have a loft partnership with them, and there's 2 people that are involved in pigeons, send a team for each of you. I have no problem doing that at all. Don't be that guy, get your aunt, your uncle, your cousin Billy and end up sending 12 pigeons just because it's cheap and it's a way to test your birds. If you got a family member or you're a partnership loft, and you're both involved in pigeons, send a team for each of you. That's cool. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to me. Name and email are on the website. They're on the intake form that you can download. Don't forget to send your money with the birds. I'll take birds into quarantine, but they won't leave quarantine unless I get the money. I hope that makes sense. I have gotten questions about pedigrees. There's guys out there that don't really keep pedigrees. If you're in that situation and you don't have pedigrees and records kept, that's fine. I want you to handwrite the sire and the dam information, as much information as you can give, and a handwritten pedigree, and we're going to call it good. That'll suffice. My personal opinion is pedigrees are kind of worth the paper they're printed on. The bird's performance is going to be the important thing. Not everyone sees it that way, and that's fine, but I'm going to count that as a pedigree if that's all you have. Encourage friends and club members to participate. This will be a lot of fun. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Take care.